Why I, a vegan, currently eat some fish, eggs, and honey. I consider myself a vegan because I don't have a better label to use that I like to declare that I extend moral consideration to all sentient beings at a time where that seems to be lacking. Unless it benefits the optimal health of myself and my dependents, I'm against using animals for food, clothes, entertainment, or even being family pets. That being said, there are situations where I would intentionally cause harm to sentient beings, even outside of self defense. Again, these situations would be for the optimal health of myself and my dependents. The easiest example I can give is if I was stranded somewhere and needed to eat to survive and thrive, I would kill and eat as many animals and their products as I possibly could. I'd also use their fur for clothes and to stay warm, etc. Another example is that I think it's immoral to ride horses for fun. But if I was somewhere without a car and there was a rideable horse available, and there was an emergency where I needed to get someone to a hospital, and I had no other option, I would ride the horse. I know that's a wild example. It probably won't come up, but using these kinds of things will like test our limits to what we think is reasonable or not. My philosophy on moral actions is that the reason for the action has to outweigh the harm caused by the action. All right. I have two reasons for my current consumption of animal products. Reason one, I've struggled with what I deem as unhealthy food addictions for my whole life, or my whole adult life. I'm mostly referring to processed sugars, oils, and grains. I'm convinced that these foods are why I'm an unhealthy weight. And even when I achieve something like a healthy weight, the addiction takes over and I go back to an unhealthy weight. I want to view these foods I'm addicted to the same way I view non negotiable things I don't do, like meth, cigarettes, alcohol. I want to view almost all processed sugars, oils, and grains as things I'll never consume for the rest of my life. To kick these addictions, I'm willing to set aside my moral consideration for animals to some degree. All right. That's reason number one, and that's about 90% of the reasoning. Reason number two, I have not been convinced that we humans need animal products for optimal health. I also have not been convinced that we do not need animal products for optimal health. Many studies, especially the studies collected by Dr. Michael Greger using PubMed and the recent work by Brian Johnson and his team, have led me to assume that humans can be at optimal health without animal products. But I think we are far from knowing for sure. This uncertainty, along with the benefits of ending my addictions, are reason enough for me at this time. I use the word some when talking about the fish, eggs, and honey I eat because it's not as simple as just casually eating fish, eggs, and honey. I only eat pasture-raised eggs, never cage-free or free-range, and definitely never standard factory-farmed eggs. On top of that, I don't just eat them any way I want. I eat them in ways that I view them for optimal health. I currently find it reasonable to eat a boiled pasture-raised egg, but if I was offered a cookie that had pasture-raised egg in it, I would not eat it. I would not find that to be moral. I will not eat animal products for taste pleasure. I use the word currently when referring to eating these products because I don't plan on consuming them for more than a year from when I started. Unless in that time I'm convinced that some of them are needed for optimal health. Just a note, that last little bit I wrote, in the past couple days after talking to some people, I have decided that around maybe the 3-month mark into this, and I'm already a little over a month into this, around the 3-month mark, I plan on possibly cutting out all 3 of these animal products and seeing how I do. And if I start to have issues with the addiction stuff and I start to want to fall off the wagon, I'll probably just fall back to consuming some of these. And if I do well and don't need the animal products, that's great too. So anyways, thanks for listening. If you'd like to join me on my live stream at any point to discuss this topic, let me know. I try to keep an open mind and I'll hear anyone out. If you'd like to hear these conversations, please subscribe to the channel. Likes, comments, and sharing of videos is always appreciated. Thanks and take care, my friends.